Rob, it's the show.
Hey, how you doing? It's Tim Grill.
Good. How are you doing, Tim Girl? Comedian and musician from Philly, correct?
Yes, correct.
Also-
Well, I live in Jersey now, but yes.
Oh, welcome to Jersey.
Welcome. You're right with us.
What part of Jersey? We're in the dirty South. We're out by LBI, Tim.
Oh, you're at LBI. All right, I'm in Cherry Hill.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, not too far. And you also were born with spina bifida, correct?
Yes, correct. Yes.
And for those who don't know, it is where the spinal cord doesn't develop correctly.
Yeah, you're born with like a hole in your spine and in your skin, and it could affect any part of the spine. John Cougar Mellencamp, he's got it, and it's affected his the top of his spine. So he doesn't walk with a gait like I do. Mine was in the lower part of my spine.
Oh wow! I didn't realize there was different areas would affect you differently. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you had 13 surgeries as a child, right?
Yeah. Well, 10 up until I had 10 surgeries up until the time I was 10 years old, and then I had 3 in my 20s.
I feel like no child should ever have to deal with anything like that. Oh man.
I was a day old from my first surgery.
Wow. And they said you would never walk, correct?
They did, yes. They said that I would never walk. So I proved them wrong, which is cool.
Cool. Yeah, that's always good. Always good proving wrong. I love it. man. And but how did that affect you growing up as a child?
I mean, it was rough at times, especially when it came to like the bullying and stuff like that. Because I was the only kid with a disability in my grade school and high school, so you can imagine, being that different at that age.
Yeah, it's hard enough.
Rough,
it's hard enough, man. Fuck. I don't ever want to go back and relive any of that grade school, middle school shit. Oh. Damn. I wanted to ask too, have you ever heard of he's a poet, he's a stand-up poet called Mighty Mike McGee?
No, I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Definitely check him out. He's like I said, a stand-up poet. He's from I think California, and he was also born with spina bifida. And he's got some great stories and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, I've never heard of him. I'll check him out.
Wow, cool. And how long have you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing comedy now 22 years.
Wow. And
yeah.
What I wanted to ask too, as a comedian, what's the craziest thing you've seen go down performing?
One time, I just told this story on a podcast. There was one time I was playing at this comedy club in Northeast Philly, and it was kind of like known for its audience as being kind of rough or whatever. And so there was this drunk guy there. He had snuck in like this gallon of vodka. I don't know how he got in there, but he slept the entire show until I got off. And then I started joking about it, and he got pissed at me, and he told me to shut up. And then he told me to stop talking to everybody. So I started joking about him more. So then he got up and he came at me, and I grabbed the mic stand, and then he had to be thrown out. A big brawl started, and it was pretty cool.
Wow. I love that he just perked up. He was passed out cold until you mentioned him. Look at this guy. Wow.
But I've seen lots of that stuff. I've seen crazy Heckler stories and just nutty stuff.
Philly is just notorious. That's why I figured you had to have a doozy.
Right.
Or two. Oh, man. I saw you said, too, that growing up you were sent to Catholic school. How was that?
I was. Well, I went to public school for like 5 years, but it was a school for people like kids with disabilities, and I wasn't learning anything. So then my parents took me out, and I'm the youngest of 4, so they all went to this Catholic school and everything. So they put me in that Catholic school, and I mean, it was, besides being the bullying and stuff like that. But as far as the school, it wasn't that bad.
Okay. That's what I didn't know, because all I remember from when I went to public school, but all my friends, some of my friends in like early high school, their parents decided to send them to Catholic school, and they come back like a year later and just hated it. They just hated it. It was like the worst thing.
Mean, I was the same way. Like when I went to high school, I wanted to go to the public school down the street called Lincoln High School. which is where like Sylvester Stallone went and stuff. And the only reason I wanted to go there is because I was a metalhead and I wanted to grow my hair long, right? Because I was in the bands like Iron Maiden and Van Halen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to grow my hair long. My mom was like not having any of it, so I had to go to the Catholic school. So that was the thing that sucked, was the rules and shit. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if you can curse.
Fuck yeah, you can curse. Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you can grow your hair out if you want, Tim. We're not gonna stop you.
Well, thank you. That's cool.
You're cool. What I saw too though, you performed with Bob Kelly, Artie Lang,
Wow.
Jim Florentine, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah, I got to work with those guys. I worked with a lot of those guys at Helium in Philly, and they get like a lot of these great comedians. So yeah, it was really fun to work with a lot of those guys.
Wow. Do you have any stories from working with any of them?
Well, Florentine was busting my balls one time. When I started working with Florentine, who was a great guy, by the way, and we connected musically because we both were like, the metalheads and stuff.
Right.
But I played some guitar in my act. I played some original comedic songs or what have you.
Yeah.
So I got my guitar out and this is literally like 2 minutes before I'm supposed to go on. They're doing like the intros and stuff. And Florentine goes, "Oh man, you play guitar?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, so do I." I was like, "Oh no!" And he goes, "What songs do you do?" I said, "Well, I do this one song about this ugly girl, whatever." He goes, "Oh man, so do I." So now I'm thinking, "Oh, I can't do my guitar." So now I'm like editing in my head. I'm like, "Oh my god, what am I gonna do?" And at the very last second, he's like, "Dude, I'm just shitting you. Go ahead and do it your thing." I was like, "Dick."
He was totally fine with you.
I'm like a little forward, dude.
Oh my god! Wow. I was gonna ask.
I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, I saw you did music too, and I didn't know if you incorporated it into your stand-up act.
Yeah, I like maybe like the last 10 minutes. It's not like the whole act,
Okay.
but I do like the last 10 minutes, and I do like original songs. Only because this guy who's no longer a comedian, he used to do these really, really funny parodies. But he told me one time, he goes, "Listen, if you're going to..." I asked him if I could do guitar, because I didn't want him to think I was stepping on his act or anything. Yeah. And he was totally cool about it. But he said, "If you're going to do songs," he goes, "do originals." He goes, "Because I can't put out CDs because of copyright problems."
Yeah.
Was it Stephen Lynch?
I was going to say, I don't think it was Stephen Lynch.
No, he does originals, right?
Yeah.
Stephen Lynch.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I think this guy. I think his name was Pete Black or something like that, or something like that. But he's no longer a comedian anymore. But he was, he's the one who told me to do originals. So, which to me was more creative anyway. So I just went that route.
Yeah. So how's the COVID-19 out by you? Are you quarantined?
Yeah. I'm here with my wife and my baby boy. We had a baby in September.
Congrats.
And we're just hanging out. I'm doing a lot of songwriting, which is cool. Getting a lot of that done.
Yeah.
And I just got a drum machine in the mail today, so I'm messing around with that downstairs, and just trying to write some comedy and stuff. Just trying to be creative and keep busy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also a good time to start another baby. Like it's you got. I wonder. In 9 months, is there going to be another influx of infants?
I think there is. I think there's going to be a ton of them.
The Corona boomers.
Corona. That's going to be the next
generation.
COVID 20. COVID 20.
That'll be the new kid's name for 2021. Corona.
What is it like ordering something online at this point? Do you like get the package and sanitize it and then sanitize everything inside? Like, how do you go about that?
No, I mean, we haven't been doing that. I mean, we get some packages in the mail, but we haven't really thought about doing that, I guess. I don't know if we should. Maybe we should.
It's got to suck for anyone who's had, like, a baby shower or, like, a wedding planned right now. Like, you're screwed. Nobody's coming. One of our good friends was supposed to be married in 2 weeks. She had to cancel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of my cousins is I think, planned for April or something. Yeah, it's just...
Can you just do, like, an online wedding?
Whoa.
Well, I guess if this goes on long enough, I'll have no choice, right? They'll have to Zoom in or something, right?
Skype wedding.
I know. The summer, the heat's going to kill it. I think we're going to do everything over the summer. And then we'll hide again in the fall.
I hope so, man. Because, like, tomorrow, baseball season was supposed to start. And, it's awful.
Dude, that's it. Like, just everything. Even, like, Disney being closed, it's a little depressing. it's serious when that happens. Like, you know, until now, no matter what, we've had Super Bowls and World Series and all that. Like, now it's like, no, this is some serious shit.
Well, I told my wife, I said, I'll never take for granted going to a movie again, for God's sakes.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I got one of the last.
A movie.
I got one of the last. I think it was like, how many weeks ago was that? Was that last weekend?
That was like last weekend.
Last weekend, one of our buddies was in the movie The Hunt, and I wanted to see it, and our theater before everything got crazy was still open, and I went. I'm like, I'm going today. I got to see it. And yeah, like 2 days later, they closed.
One of my buddies, a comedian friend of mine, and who also booked shows, they were locking the doors as he left his movie. He was like the last movie, like he was like the last crowd, you know, and he posted the sign, like they put a sign on the door and he posted it on his Facebook. Like, he goes, I just saw a movie and this is what they put up as I was walking out.
Well, I called them to make sure first, and they were like, "Yeah, we're just not giving it refills." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll be there. In 10 minutes." Yeah.
That was the first step. They were like, "We can contain Corona if we just don't let you get refills."
And 2 days later, they closed.
I had a guitar at Guitar Center being worked on, and they called and I got it the day that they closed. I asked the dude, I said, "You guys gonna be here like this week?" He goes, "No, as of tonight." He goes, "We're done. No one's gonna be here." So I got my guitar out, you know, at the nick of time. But
yes, dude, it's and they're saying it could go on as long as like 3 months. I think
I heard somebody say 10.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even know at this point. I went to...
Nobody knows. They're just throwing numbers out.
Yeah, I went to the liquor store one day, and I'm like, "Do you guys... I'm shocked you're still open. Like, how long?" And they're like, "We don't even know. It's like day to day at this point. Day to day."
Yep.
So I stopped.
I don't think the kids are going back to school, to be honest with you. They a friend of mine, her two boys are not... They said they won't go back till April 20th, and I told her, I said, I guarantee you they're not going back for the whole summer.
I think I think some schools are closed into the next year already. Like...
Right.
It's nuts. My ex-wife, she has my 3 sons, and with her current husband, she has 3 as well. And she texts me. She'll like doing their schoolwork. It sounds like it's so much work. And I guess my one son was getting a little cabin fever, and he was like sliding down the stairs just screaming at the top of his lungs while she's trying to help the other kids in school. And I was like, "Oh my God, tell him to calm down."
Yeah, my friend, her son has 6 lessons a day.
Yes.
And, so it's just crazy work. And you know, these people are not, they're not teachers. So they're trying to do it themselves, you know.
I was watching a video with like Jimmy Fallon, and he was like, "Teachers need to be making $1 million a year because this shit is impossible."
Right? And now everybody's seeing that, right?
Yes. My cousin, she is a teacher, and she's only, I forget, like math or something, but she's like, "Yeah." So all this other stuff, I just don't even know. I don't even know how to teach this stuff. Like.
My boy was born in September, and I told my wife, I said, he's going to learn real quick that his dad's a dope. Like, I'm talking like 2nd grade or something like that, because, I'm not going to be able to do that shit. It's been a long time since I've been in school. New math? What the hell's new math?
If I had kids and I had to homeschool them, it would just be like, "Hey, I found this history podcast. Just listen to this." This is good.
Yeah. I found this hair on the toilet.
Time while he's drinking, Jack Daniels out of a flask at the, in the teacher's lounge. I'd be that kind of teacher.
I'll teach you how to cut, school kids. Let's go. Let's go on a deli run.
Wheel in the movie camera. Oh, it's movie day. Cool.
Let's go on a deli run.
Let me show you how to properly mix a good cocktail.
Oh, man. I would ask what upcoming shows you have, Tim, but I feel like there's none. I've
had a lot canceled. Yeah, I you know what? I couldn't even tell you. What's coming up. I've had all of April's gone. And, I think I have some in May, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't think any of us will be on stage for quite a while.
Yeah, that's a real, that's a hard hit.
Yeah. So what do you do? Do you start doing like online things? Like, what's the answer?
Well, I have a full-time job. I work as a social worker in Jersey. So I work with people with disabilities. So, I don't have to worry about that. As far as like doing shows, I don't know if I will do any shows online. I know a lot of people are. I'm just kind of putting my music up online now, just for something to do. But I don't know if I'll do the comedy online, but because I just think it's just a weird, weird atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. Some of these people that are doing it, I just saw Ben Bailey do it the other night. I don't know if you know who he is, the Cash Cab guy.
Yes, I love Ben Bailey.
Yeah, his was cool. His was really cool. He was doing it good. And some of my friends are doing it pretty cool, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm at that point yet. But as far as getting back on the stage, I don't think any of us are. Yeah. And these clubs are going to take a real big hit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like some may even close.
Well, even like doing this, the show that we do here, like we're all live, we're all in the same place right now. And I was talking to Rob earlier, like if it gets really bad, maybe we can do the Skype. But even Rob was like, it wouldn't be the same
just
doing it on Skype versus like just being here in studio with each other.
Yeah.
That's personally how I feel. I feel comedy needs an audience, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm by no means knocking the guys that are doing it from their homes or whatever. Yeah. I just don't think I would do that. But
I agree to that. I even saw like WWE is doing events still, but like with no crowd, no audience. Like it's not the same.
You know what's crazy? Right. You know what's crazy that I just read this morning is NASCAR is doing virtual racing. They're doing virtual racing where all these professional racers are just going online and playing, I guess, whatever, like it's called it's called like iRacing, and it's virtual racing, and that's what they're doing.
Does it come
Man, that is crazy.
Right? I was like, wait, what? And they're talking about whether this might be the new norm or whatever. Like, we're just virtual racing all the way. I'm like, I never drove a car that fast ever in my life, but I'll do some iRacing, like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, I'll challenge, the greatest driver. Why not? From the luxury of my bedroom, sure.
The one guy that recently won, they were like, he's won like 3 races, Daytona races or something, and they're like, he just won this virtual one. Ooh.
I feel like virtual racers are gonna excel in this situation, like 300-pound basement boys, virtual racers.
I'm just wondering where this is all going, because we're only 2 weeks in, but if it starts getting to be months and stuff, I mean, it's gonna be some crazy stuff happening.
People are already like on the verge. I don't think it'll take much longer, Tim. Like people start like fucking hijacking trucks and shit.
Wrestling.
Exactly. That's what you know what I mean. I think that's gonna. I don't know. I hope not. But if this starts going into midsummer and stuff, people running out of supplies and stuff. Oh, God.
Mad Max. It's gonna be Mad Max in this decade.
Yeah.
I want to see virtual wrestling, like the main guy just playing his guy in the video game that just came out.
Virtual lawn mowing. I want to see virtual everything.
Are you guys into wrestling?
I was in my 20s and my sons are now, so I kind of got a little back into it.
Okay, yeah. I never liked it, because I just wrote a joke that said something like, without the audience, it's just a bunch of muscle guys in Halloween costumes fighting, fake fighting.
Oiled up, yeah.
And then I said, actually, I said with the audience, it's actually that as well. But,
but at least
more energy with the audience.
More energy, less
team. Yeah, exactly. There's a certain, but some of my comedian friends who are like diehard wrestling fans are like giving me shit about it. I'm like, come on, man.
You can't tell that, Tim. That's sacrilege, brother.
I know.
How dare you? No, it is totally silly, but like I said, like I don't know. Just to even go from when I watched earlier, like in my 20s to now, like it is different. Like back then, at least guys were getting slammed, guys were losing teeth and shit. Nowadays, it's not that. It's not that.
I remember one time I went to a steel cage match at the Spectrum in the mid '80s, my best friend, his older brother was a huge wrestling fan, and he made me sneak in like a 6-pack of beer in my pants, and because he didn't search me or whatever. But yeah, it was like Andre the Giant and Sergeant Slaughter in a steel match, and not even being into wrestling, I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool. That just sounds cool. Like, yeah, no, even if I didn't know. And is that a 6-pack in your shorts, or are you just happy to see me, Tim?
Yeah, right.
Dude, yeah, no, that's amazing. That's steel cage. Fuck yeah. What, Tim? Where can everybody find you?
Well, at Tim Grill on Twitter, you can find me there, and then I have a website, timgrillcomedy.com, and it's got some some videos and stuff like that, so they can. And then I'm on Facebook. If anybody wants to reach me on Facebook, that's where I post most of my gigs anyway. On the Facebook and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm out there. I'm not doing much, but I'm out there.
Yeah, that's cool. And I saw too, Tim, you were on Opie and Anthony. What year was that?
That was about, I guess, 10 years ago.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
I did listen a lot back in the day, and I loved O&A.
Yeah, it was nerve wracking. It really was. It was like 9 a.m, and we went in there, and it was I was on this thing called the Short Bus Comedy Tour with a bunch of guys with disabilities.
Yes, that was Twitchell's. Twitchell's, I think, was on that.
Yeah, Twitchell's was on it, and this guy named Mike Cateo, who's got CPs from New York, and one of my best friends, Jimmy Graham, was on it. And we went up there, and Jim Norton was there, and
yes.
Patrice O'Neill was there. And Ralphie May was there. Those two are even gone now.
Yeah.
But so they asked us to do like some shtick, and it was just so weird, But it was fun. It was fun to be on that kind of show and watch it happen.
Yeah. Especially since they're not around anymore together. So yeah, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Tim, thank you so much for talking to us, dude. We will definitely be in contact and do it again sometime.
Oh, thank you for having me on. It was really cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. Talk soon. Stay safe.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Tim. We'll be back. I gotta pee. Do you gotta pee?
I'm good right now.
I probably have to pee.
You probably have to pee, Slam, but don't act like you're better than me, because your bladder is stronger.
I am.
It won't be after you get COVID.